Her little face twisted in confusion. My daughter blinked, innocent, searching my eyes. "What money, Daddy?" The air shifted. My mother's smile froze. My father's hand gripped his glass too tightly. My sister coughed, eyes darting away. And in that single second, everything snapped into focus. 8 months. 8 months I'd been deployed in the desert, patching broken bodies under a blood-red sky. Every month, without fail, I wired $2,000 home. Money for my daughter, her clothes, her food, her school. Money to keep her safe while I risked my life oceans away. I sent it to my parents, trusted them. They insisted it was easier that way, said they'd watch over her, keep her stable while I was gone. I believed them, because family was supposed to mean trust. And here, in my own living room, with the smell of pine and roasted ham thick in the air, my daughter's words carved me open. What money? I didn't yell, didn't flip the table or demand answers. I just looked at each of them, my father pale, my mother trembling at the edges, my sister suddenly fascinated with her phone. And I smiled, because anger is loud, but revenge is patient. That night I stayed awake long after the house was quiet. My daughter slept soundly in the room I painted for her years ago. She had no idea of the theft, the betrayal, the way her blood family had siphoned her future to line their pockets. But I knew, and I didn't waste a second. First, the accounts. I still had the receipts, the bank confirmations of every transfer. $2,000 a month, 8 months, $16,000. I tracked the trail. Not a cent in savings, not a dollar spent on her. Instead, charges for jewelry, hotel suites, business investments that traced directly to my sister's name, my father's gambling markers, my mother's spa treatments. They thought distance meant blindness. They forgot discipline is my profession. I called in favors, the kind of favors only someone who spent years in service earns. A friend in military finance polled records. A JAG officer explained exactly how misappropriated support funds could turn criminal. A buddy from deployment, now working in private security, helped me document everything. No rage, just precision. Piece by piece, I built the case. Then came Christmas morning. The tree twinkled, wrapping paper littered the floor. My parents were too cheery, too rehearsed. My sister laughed too loud, trying to fill the air. And then, a knock at the door. 3 uniformed men stood outside. 1 federal agent, 2 local officers. I didn't move. I just sipped my coffee as they stepped inside. My father's face collapsed when the warrant was read. My mother's hands shook when they cuffed her. My sister tried to run until the agent snapped, "Sit down." And my daughter, my sweet, confused little girl, watched from the stairs. I looked at her, calm, steady. "It's okay, sweetheart. Daddy's here now." The agents laid out the evidence in folders thick as Bibles. Wire fraud, misuse of federal funds, child neglect. Every receipt, every dollar, every lie. My parents stammered, my sister sobbed, but the truth was unshakable. And the irony? I didn't even have to press charges. The government did it for me. Because that money wasn't just mine, it was military pay allocated for my dependent. Stealing it wasn't just betrayal, it was a crime. The house went silent after they were taken. Just me and my daughter, sitting by the tree. She leaned against me, whispering, "I don't understand." I kissed her forehead. "You don't need to. All you need to know is you'll never go without again." Weeks later, the dust settled. My parents' accounts were frozen. My sister's assets seized. Their house, their cars, their false stability, gone. And me? I was granted full custody. Every penny I'd sent was ordered to be repaid directly into my daughter's trust. Untouchable, ironclad. I didn't need their apologies. I didn't need their explanations. Their punishment was built into the silence of their empty lives. Now, every Christmas, I remember that night. The knock at the door. The way their faces drained of color when their lies collapsed around them. And the quiet relief in my daughter's eyes when she realized, finally, that she was safe. Revenge isn't about rage. It isn't about shouting until your throat bleeds. It's about control. About making sure those who tried to break you choke on the weight of their own deceit. My family thought distance made me weak, but all it did was give me time. Time to plan, time to strike. And when the door knocked, it wasn't just the law that came for them. It was me.